All right, everybody, we are back. Um, we are going to do a Lorecast today, a podcast, a Lorecast, a lore pod. And we're also going to build a character. We're not going to build a character with any stats. Feel free to create a character using any kind of system that you
Mm.
want that you want or you like. Maybe you can use D&D 5e if you want. Maybe you can use 3.5. Maybe you can use Mutant Crawl Classics. Maybe you can use Ashes Without Number or something. I think that's what Brian wanted to use. Maybe you can use you know, I don't know, the Zorro game, right? D6 Zorro. Wow, we got it to Zorro.
Mm.
Um,
Uh, um, mm, I think the only other role playing system I know of is the GURP sort of system because you can sort of like how generic it is,
yeah,
sort of apply it to every setting.
sure. Feel free to use whatever you want. I do not
Mm.
use it. Let me do a quick. Okay, all right, and we've got a sound check. Sounds pretty good. Let's get us some little background audio. How about that? Little background audio. We'll do sound effects. A little background noise. Overwhelming. Boom. One moment. Okay. Bring that down just a tiny bit more. Okay. Check 1, 2. See how that sounds. Okay. All right. And so we can let's go over the lore basics. So Taff, you're familiar with it. Violet, I know that you're not. So we have Taff and Violet today. And we are going to go over a little bit of lore, and then make a character. Um, so let's go ahead and so you see on the Discord the lore general tab, and then under that you can see some channels, and there's lore basics. So we can go ahead and go to lore basics, and everybody let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, and Taff, you're ready.
I'm ready.
So Taff, if you want, go ahead and just start reading. Um, and we will discuss anything. And Violet, if you have any questions, just let us know.
Um,
I win.
right. Uh, yeah. Sorry, I just got to clear my throat a sec.
Okay.
Takes place after the chlorine Mycera. Am I
Poralone
pronouncing
miasma.
chlorone miasma?
Yeah.
Got it. Made the staff go away. The miasma is a big purple fog that changes you or sometimes kills you. The staff are the people who came before you. Some people say they are angels and demons. Other people say they're gods. Many people are not sure what to think. Some adventurers like to drive into some of the staff ruins out in the countryside and check them out. Some return with treasures, many don't return at all. Location. You live underground. Nobody knows they're underground. The realm you live in is called Dirt. You have no and you have no concept of a round world. The cave and ceiling is so high that it has its own clouds and weather system. The sun and the stars, you have no concept of a sun. Space, planets, stars. You have the sun, a large fungus that grows over every city on the cavern ceiling. They are referred to as a single object instead of multiple because there's a root-like system that connects all of these funguses. At day, the sun glows yellow and unwraps like a blooming flower. At night, the sun wraps its fungusy flower-like petals and glows blue. You also have the strum. These are large worms that hang from all sticky cavern ceiling and mysteriously create the same patterns. These are patterns like constellations, used as zodiac signs, maps, religious ceremonies, and other things. Both the sun and the strums have had large impacts on every culture.
And let's stop there really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have the sung and the starms. And Violet, do you have any questions about that?
Yeah. So those wormy boys, the Starms. So they're making constellations. Are there unique constellations, or are they all the same shape?
So there are multiple constellations, and all constellations that you'll see in every large cavern section will be the same constellation. So if you see like a specific animal, like a when you go to a different cavern area, you'll see that same turtle, and the same with other constellations. So if there's like, let's say like there's Liger, Napoleon. There's no lions and tigers. So you'll see, the same Liger constellation, the same turtle constellation, same like jellyfish constellation, every cavern that, and there's multiple caverns. So, and the caverns are big. They can hold like multiple towns. They're like kind of like little enclosed like basic, and there's tunnels that connect all of the caverns, from cave tunnels to train tunnels to lots of different things. And that's basically how people in this universe like travel and like connect with each other. They're going through, and they've noticed that all of the constellations, all of the positions of the are
Okay, that answers my question. Thank you.
so real quick, before we read more on the basics, let's go down to the channel that says Lore, Sun, Moon, and Star. Real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, let me know when you're there.
Right. I mention the next bit of the lore?
Yeah, so go on this Lore, Sun, Moon, and Stars
Mhm.
channel, and you can start reading. And so
Okay.
you've already read the part about Sun, the Moon, and the Stars, so you can now go down to the Sky Dog.
Ooh. Right. Sky dogs, similar to sun dogs in real life, the sun and moon dogs are reflections made by spores that fall from the sun and moon. The reflections create an illusion of a sunset, sunrise, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, moon phases, a moon going around the sky. The sun dog, he chases his tail across the sky. The moon dog, she chases her tail across the sky. Long ago they fell in love, and the moon dog gave birth to their children, the Strahms.
Okay. Violet, do you have any
Nah, that seems pretty straightforward.
Cool. So for everybody, people who basically uh sun dogs in real life are like optical. It's cold, icy reflect sun.
Hello.
Hi.
Are,
Um,
are you streaming? Sorry.
what?
Are you a stream or something?
Yeah, we're making a character. Are you here to make a character?
I guess. How do you make a character? Is there like a little base image to use, or I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, we actually beginnings came at the right time, and we're streaming
Alright.
everything. So what we're doing is we are making character sheets about stats. So people at home can like stats as dragons. A lot of people 5 and like fit the. You could Vampire the Masquerade. You can use classic, or you could like the Zorro tape. So whatever people. And we right now are basically talking about the sky, what the sky is. So in Realms of Dirt, it takes place underground, and the people who live there don't know that they're under. They've never seen the actual like real life sky. They don't have a concept of like outer space and like planets and things like that. Instead, they have a sun, SUNG, and a moon, MOON, and those are both the same entity. It is a flower-like fungus that grows from cavern ceilings, um, and when it's blooming, it's daytime and it glows kind of like yellowy. And at nighttime, it wraps up, creates a moon, and it bloom. And so to create sunrises, sunsets, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, and moon phases, often the visual look of a sky, I have written in that there are sci-fi version of Sundog. Sundog is a real life thing. Um, the sun is reflected from icicle light um, in the sky. Um, create a sci-fi version of that. These spores from the or moon um, go out into the air. And that creates the idea of like, or the illusion, sunset. So there are two. There is the young dog. moon dog also across the sea. And people believe that they fell in love. They're running after each other. They're chasing their. And the moon dog got pregnant. Arms. Arms are basically star worm, kind of like in real life how in caves there are cave worms, bioluminescent. But these are very long. So they're basically stars. And basically there's multiple caverns, and if you and they all have the same constellation. People have noted apps, zodiacs. Hey, these are all like make. So real quick, let's all go back. Lore basic. That is lore general. Gonna go to the lore basics, and we've part the tongue and I will go over the timeline again. The time takes place after the coralone miasma has go away. We'll explain the staff more. The coralone miasma is a big purple fog. Changes characters. It changes people, and it times. The staff are the people who came before our character. You know, everyone in this universe that we're playing in. And some people say that they're angels, they're demons. Other people, they're just gods. Many people are not sure what to think. Some adventurers like to drive into some of the staff rooms out in the countryside, check them out. Some people return with treasure. Many people don't return at all. Like this says under that location, realms of dirt takes place underground, but no one knows the normal world. So let's scroll on down here and go to the water section. And Taff, do you want to read the water section?
Yep, I'd be more than happy to read the water section. Water. It's gross, but beautiful. Salt water ripples a blue glow due to bioluminescence. Brackish water looks like salt water, but darker and less bioluminescent. Fresh water doesn't glow, and is dark green to brown and has a very faint rainbow in there.
It's gasoline. Sorry.
So maybe could be a lot of things. There's also fluke car that's not gas. Captain.
Gasoline, but is also not. No.
Antifreeze, I think, maybe.
Possibly antifreeze. Maybe. I think washing liquid, I believe.
A few things that pollute the environment have a risk. But we'll talk more about oils and stuff. Quick, does anyone have any questions about the water?
I have a question. What usually lives there, and is it drinkable for the people that live in the realm of dirt?
I'm sorry, can you?
I just have like one little question, like two questions. what lives in the water, and is it drinkable for the people of dirt?
Yes. So, yeah, people in realms of dirt can drink the water.
Oh,
Just like in real life, I wouldn't suggest drinking salt water. Um, but good. Um, it's not gonna taste good. But yeah, there's fish in there. There's lots of fun. This is a mutant game. And it's a sci-fi fantasy. Um, so yeah, there's like silly sci-fi fantasy fish that live in. There's a few like dangerous. Um, there's even types of like gated gators, and crocodile. Um, there's big fish and tons of stuff. And go into more. Half, would you about the town? Half, are you?
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry, I forgot to unmute myself. I have a habit
Okay.
of doing that.
mhm.
Right, as I was saying, I'm just gonna read the town. So, off Patel, the old swamp town, it's back here. Off Patel, and from sitting on a river to the swamps that spread out to the rest of the area. Hospital has the highest rural crime rate, bigots, a few gangs, and lots of addicts.
Okay.
Local
So
church,
real quick,
yeah.
um, base when we're reading, is it okay if you mute your mic?
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad.
It's okay. It's just it's sometimes pick like and tap. So hospital is pronounced hospital, like hospitality.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
double
yeah.
joke. When you learn more about these places, you learn a few jokes about hot. But yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am pronounced it as hospital, although it might be difficult to pick it up with my accent. But anyways, where were we? Yeah, I think I was reading a bit about the local church. The local church runs the community centre. It used to be a great place before Saint Mima Abuela died. Now it's ran by some bitch who wouldn't let me continue my play. She's jealous of my work.
So yeah, so Saint Mima Buela has recently died. And for anybody who doesn't Spanish or Mima Buela is translated to twice. It's a combination and abuela. Actually, what I grew up calling my grandma. When my family disowned me, gave me a bunch of this too much. Anyway, so we will go to actually base. Like to um, the next.
Okay. Oil. It's out in the forest and has the lowest crime rate. It's called oil because it was built near some old realm machines that could extract oil. Some people figured out how to use staff technology. I wonder where they are right now.
Oh. So yeah, you'll find out that there are people. But very rare. And a lot of people. So if you notice and you NPC gonna have kind of an invader zim action. Huh? I don't know. So the next town Violet, would you, fix town?
Sure. The smallest and most boring town. It's way out in the country and said to be cursed. The rumors don't add up, but usually what you hear about is ghosts, zombies, and witches.
Is it is so fixed that they jokingly say there's only. Of course, there is forests and stick, so there is more than one stick, but it is just a fun little. I actually heard that joke when I was a kid. Jacksonville Beach and Live Oak. Live Oak. Go out in the. Oil is based off of a. Oil City. I've been there. And you know, not so boring. All right, so the next one is cities. I'll read them.
Sorry,
Tap, did
sorry.
you wanna read?
Before we move on to the cities, I'm just curious, how did the place Hospital got his name? Like, what's the history behind that town's name? Because
Hospital. You know what? I will. Hospital got it close. And
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
is everyone okay with moving on? Have any about?
You said stick has rumors about ghosts, huh?
That's right. And we can read those. Quite a few. Yeah, and we can move back. I have to.
Okay. And
I'll
is there like few? Is there like a few people that can actually see the ghosts, or I'm just wondering because it seems pretty interesting.
So yes, actually, there are people who said they've. There are people who say they can, and we'll get into that in after we we're
Okay.
everyone. This
Yep.
Yep.
pilot, are you ready?
Oh,
Yes.
Tap, did you?
nothing. I've just said I'm ready.
Right, so I'll read the next tracks. Once a forest. Built with made by Praxis. Very beautiful. And some say better than new. Sometimes I go there at night to bonk for wheat, I guess. So in this universe, I think for now, as if I'm gonna write it, there's drugs, and sci-fi, so reminiscent of real world. Um, I may we called Ring. Kind of air dust. A lot of people. Crazy dream. They'll have either really funny effects. You'll see a lot of like.
I have a question about the drugs. So there's obviously like the recreational and like addictive side of it, but is there also like a spiritual and like religious level to that a little bit?
Or maybe,
Like for
or
instance,
maybe,
like the fungus. I could see those worms being turned into something.
or
There'd
maybe
probably be some
medical
crazy stuff.
Oh, sorry. Like maybe, like
Go ahead, Spencer.
I was asking, like, to add on to like Violet's question, like maybe like one's for medical reasons, or yeah.
So there are medical drugs that are the storms are unfortunately really high up, and they're huge. Um, I don't know if anyone will be able to get high on. Maybe I'll write that in. I'll write in some funny arm fall into the ground and body like
I was just gonna say like a really stupid like college kid gets a really big firefighter ladder.
it's a little higher than that. It's much higher actually. So the Realms of Dirt caverns are based off of a real life cavern um, so big that it has an cave. Go ahead. Would you say, Suez?
Something interesting, but then I heard like some sort of chain whistle. I'm sorry.
What was the last part you said? I missed that. Thanks.
I was hearing like some weird train whistle, but then turns out it was my family's show or whatever. But yeah.
Okay. So, look up this cave for you. It is called Hang San Dun, and I apologize to from Vietnam listens right now or in the future. Um, but I probably pronounced that cave in. It looks like we have a someone had like I think left. Violet had left. Taff, can you read that message? Okay. Oh, let me check it. I can see it. I'm gonna listen on YouTube, but I gotta go for a little. Oh, okay. That's okay. That is completely fine.
Yeah.
Let us go back. Sorry, not Lord Joe.
I think it
Oh.
was in Law Basics.
Right.
Species? Oh, is it species thing or? Oh.
Yeah, we can go to the species.
Okay.
So, yeah. So there's 5 playable species. And let me actually. There we go. I can read this. There's 5 playable species. There are the Gorgons, the clones, mole. That's Gorgons and clones are the most. Gorgons, clones, share similar features, like having this impure They all have tiny bits of scales, elbow, knees. Gorgons, they're basically kind of like Drow. All of you fans, elves, taller. They see themselves as better. You a lot of bigoted ones. There are of course, and they have sort of organized the other species, at least clones, and organized in the way of like Romanized, Romanized, other European. You're Roman. Oh, Gorgons, clones, and those are Gorgons. So we'll go into the clones are kind of orcs. Some of them even have orc like have a range, kind of like special. How Gorgons have better but special, like very ripped cats. Gorgons will have that. Clones will have a few. Alligator Island have a lot of bug and like kind of for all of you Fallout fans. They're kind of like ghouls, but not really. They're not so falling apart. Oh, kind of definitely corpse color. They have corpse color. They never have skin tones that natural. Gorgons all have look like a walking. Souls are kind of sci-fi TTRP metamorph. Gnolls are basically want to be a cat or a mouse. A little bit. Gorgons and a lot of hair, have tail, have cat eyes. So if you want cat ears, forehead to the top of your head rib, like gorillas. And want a monkey. Cat. You of course can mix and match a lot of these every play as. And then the next one, Siren. Like or from Zelda, right? For the people from called space.
Squids are inklings and octopuses are octolings.
So yeah, if you're a fan of that, you can play as the sirens have like fishy styles, bulls, have what hair, have texture, hair, a lot of fun things. And they aquatic. Other others have if you're a Gorgon, you want to play as like a pirate, and you want to be a aquatic character. You don't want to, you can still play as a Gorgon. Have a little. Sirens will have the most. Sirens can have and we ready for the not implemented, but the model and the texture is ready for that. So organs stuff, and they're very special sirens that have the they don't have and their muscle like not even. So really all you see have these strong veins basically and it's not really the structure. Kind of be
Uh,
go ahead.
Doesn't like some fish also have like cartilage? You know how like human ears? Yeah, has like
Arts and
bones.
stuff. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
kind of like that. It's kind of like cartilage. Imagine
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Also
sirens.
another thing. Can we see like some of the models or stuff for your game? I'm sorry.
So yeah, they're on YouTube. Punk TV.
Oh,
Yeah, you can check that out. They're on the YouTube. And
okay.
I'll post them in the Discord as well. And I'll tag Tia. Tiego's the I was the one who my inspiration X-Men and a few Mutant Crawl Classic campaign called with the book cover with like crab claws. It's page one. Illustrations across the. Another fun thing, found an open model that's animated art. So I told Diego, I was like, I really want this. I have to credit the artist, and I'll link artist. I think I did some texture for it, coloring in a program called GIMP for anyone coloring texture. That it's a lot of people. Sirens, they will always have a heart with an eyeball side of it. Some people say that they fit, but they're usually the heart eyeball is normalized unless are just which have a lot of different cope with them. We'll get she Cyberpunk Clint actually worked on that recently. And a lot of them stuff. Great way to save money. So save some open stuff. I don't see wrong with that.
Yeah, just just make sure you
Yeah.
credit the artist in there.
Yeah, and I mean, figure to add an artist.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and go to the next Fable. This one's very hyper. Called a Tetsuo.
Mm.
It's Tetsuo.
Mm.
Tetsuo Iron. Tetsuo.
Oh.
If
Oh, I thought it was like a reference to who the guy who made Astro Boy Tetsuma, I think. I can't remember, but it sounded like that guy.
no, it's a common Japanese.
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a reference. Tetsuo. Tetsuo. Big fan of Tetsuo the Iron and
Oh, that's.
Akira.
Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. I was thinking of Suzuka. My bad.
Akira, great anime. The
Yeah.
it is the genre is called Biomutant. That can cover things Star Trek, Iron Man, Ball Mission, that video.
I think
Oh
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tetsuoms are kind of like that. It's they're also mixed with plant. Imagine the body, junk, ash, trashy junkies that also and Tetsuoms are created a Equam, and there are also Tetsuo plants, entire body, flowers, bushes, stuff, and even um, and so your character, if you want to become a Tetsuo, you can become later in the or you can do that as well. Born as a Tetsuo, because times Tetsuoms fall in love, they make
Mm.
and so yeah, a lot of people thought, it really are usually very big. Tetsuo
Mm.
sirens stuff kind of like Tetsuo. They've never seen robots besides robots that are violent. Afro. And Afin. Tetsuo. You're playing as a Tetsuo. Sometimes some outright like attack you. Crying.
Weird.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, so if you like Tetsuo, probably or really talk to Tetsuo stuff and move them around, roll them. Um, um, Tetsuo. Anyone have any questions?
Mm.
So can the species? I know this is going to be sound silly, but can the species have? Uh, like how some of the races in Skyrim can have kids with each other.
And
Is that the
and what
is
each
that the
other?
same? No, like have children together. If that makes sense.
Yes. So Gorgons, clones, and can all have children and come out as um if anyone has a child with a siren, always
Hmm?
I think I accidentally ripped that from a story in Mass Effect. I can't I've only played Mass Effect 1 and I haven't played Mass Effect. I was long. So I didn't even remember that lore. I just remember telling someone, "Oh, that's like a story from Mass Effect." Apparently, in Mass Effect, when you have a child with Starry, I think it just comes out as another Starry. Let me actually open up
Alright.
the cool.
Mm. Just
Um,
wondering. Can like species live in like other towns and cities, or is it like they have their own designated towns?
sorry, say that again.
Can like the species like go like live in other town, like any town, or are they designated, or are they only in like designated towns?
There's no designated town. There will be towns where
Yeah.
majority. Yeah, no, there's no designated. So like in the cities, it'll mostly be orgons. And in rural areas out in the countryside, it'll be a lot more gnolls. Or like further you go out through the countryside and away from cities, the more it's
Mm.
they also have different races and with so kind of like when you play modern D or even Baldur's Gate. If you've noticed, every basically race, quote unquote, has like different real life races. For example, in Baldur's Gate, if you're playing a dwarf or um, like a black gnome, white gnome,
Okay.
Asian, same will be, which also will expand cultures. So there might be times when basically like a clone will have more in common with Gorgon, both southeast, um, right? So they might get along better uh, at clone meeting clone, or they might even
Mhm.
be more respectful. The dynamic within that culture, and the dynamic where they are.
Yeah. I was just wondering since like I don't know if it's like if they have like segregation that's like a segregation problem. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I mean, lots of like fantasy worlds, or um, segregation and that. Like even when you play something lighthearted, you can
Yeah.
are usually found and then again
Mhm.
drug addicts. There's horrible. It's with Elder Scrolls, how do I put it? The whole like men and mer kind of a little dated, because basically there are no playable humans. There are no like Asian. It's possible, which and if you want to take Michael Kirkbride's, which retcon, there were going to be Creole that were, and versus I just Italian, but you know, look at the elves, all based Asian culture, um, and you know, there's no like anything outside of it, right? Like all very like Dunmer or anything, right? No like Northern European Dunmer. There's no European like style, like wood elves, Bosmer, right? Etc. All like they're the Asian. A little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, like especially like when I'm, you know, like asking my friends for Asian to play Elder Scrolls with me, and then they ask for, or when I ask my partner who's tiny, hey, like check it out, and then they notice, like, wait a minute, are all the elves just Asians? And they're like, wait, and there's no playable humans, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, wait a minute, and all of the elves worship the Daedra, or like they have some very like Asian kind of like influence in their religion. Yeah, well, except for the Thalmor. And they're like, what's the Thalmor's religion? Based off Gnosis. And they're like, Gnosticism, which basically like shares like Asian like concepts. And Gnosticism came from like Eastern Christianity next day. Like, yeah. And they're like, so basically Asian Christianity. And they're like, yeah, that's kind of sus. And I'm like, yeah, that is pretty sus.
Stereotype, the ones that were like segregated in Skyrim with like the stereotypes of being thieves kind of reminds me of Romani people.
Yeah.
Like me. Yeah.
Basically, you know, and when you look at the Dunmer in Skyrim, they are kind of very reminiscent of different types of Jewish. And when you even look at their town name, you know, what is it? El Mithrin, El Bronera, El this, tell that, right? Just like Tel Aviv, Israel. It's spelled the same exact way. Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely that thing in there. And to write, you know, in fantasy, hey, racism, bad. That's pretty cool. But the way I feel Elder Scrolls does, is a little sus sometimes because, you know, like you do meet like a shit ton of, it's like majority because are all like making jokes about stuff, and it's like,